Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to episode 26 of C.C.O, Complete Client Overview. Today we are reviewing the Wolfram client for Minecraft 1.12.2. This episode is brought to you by my members. If you would like to get your skin and name in a video, be sure to join now for as little as $0.6 a month. Huge shout out to everyone that voted. Don't forget to use the link in the description to choose what client I review next. I have also recently started my very own Anarchy server, so be sure to check it out. The IP is in the description. There's also a link to my Discord server where you can chat with other people in the community or get client configs and enter giveaways. Unfortunately, Wolfram's client's code is not open source on GitHub. They do have a few repositories, but none of them contain the client's source code. The only reason these repositories exist is to manage their custom website. Speaking of which, Wolfram has a very good looking custom website, and it has a decent amount of information on the client. On their homepage, there is a bunch of information on the modules and commands offered by Wolfram. They also have a downloads page, a tutorials page, and a contact page, all of which look good but in my opinion lack a bit of information. To explain what I mean, nowhere on their website do they mention the key for opening the GUI, and users are left to press random keys or search through the client's settings to find it. There are two options for downloading the Wolfram client. Actually, selecting an option is slightly more confusing than it needs to be though. To start, you need to select the version of Wolfram that you would like to install. In our case, it is the newest release. You can then choose between downloading the Windows installer in a zip file or downloading the installer as a jar file. Unfortunately, selecting the jar file option just opens another page and no jar file actually starts to download. So the only other option is to download the zip file. Once the zip has downloaded, you can extract it. Inside you will find a JRE file, a CMD installer, and the Wolfram installer.jar. The JRE file is for the CMD installer. This is not actually needed though, as you can just double click the Wolfram installer.jar. The installer does not actually work with just Minecraft 1.12.2 installed, so you need to download and launch Minecraft 1.12 and then let the game load first. Once the client is installed, you can change the version to Minecraft 1.12.2 for most popular Anarchy servers. Wolfram offers its users 102 unique modules, 15 different commands, and 9 other features. With that being said, let's have a look at some of the PvP related modules. Kill Aura. Unlike all of the other modules in Wolfram, the Kill Aura module is very customizable and actually quite powerful when configured correctly. Auto Armor. This module will attempt to automatically replace your armor when it gets broken with armor from your inventory. Auto Attack. This module will automatically hit any entity you look at. This is sometimes called Triggerbot. Auto Shoot. This module will automatically shoot your bow when it is aimed at another player. This means you can't miss your bow shots. Click Aimbot. This module adjusts your view to target other opposing players every time you left click. Bow Aimbot. Unlike the Auto Shoot module, this module will automatically aim your bow at opposing players so that you can't miss them. Velocity. Using this module you can configure how much knockback you take when other opposing players or entities hit you. I think it is clear that Wolfram is made for minigame servers. The client even lacks basic CPvP modules. It is worth noting that close to none of the modules are customizable. They actually seem proud that the Kill Aura module is customizable, which I find kinda funny. Before we get into the utility hacks offered by Wolfram, I'd like to take a quick break and remind you all to like or dislike the video. This lets me know if you're enjoying my content. Anyways, that is enough self-promotion. Let's have a look at some of those utility modules. Speed. This module actually works better than I expected, though it does not work well or at all on strict servers. Sprint. This module makes your character always sprinting. This is actually very helpful. Step legit. This module lets you walk up 2 blocks. This only works on servers that use the NCP anti-cheat. Name tags. This module makes other players' names more visible. The module itself lacks a lot of information though. For example, players' ping, gear, health and held items. No overlay. This module disables water and fire overlays. This makes swimming in water and or lava somewhat more enjoyable for your viewing experience. Traces. This module draws a line to other players in your render distance. This is helpful to be notified when other players enter your render distance. Auto respawn. This module completely removes the respawn screen and automatically respawns you at your last set spawn point. Overall, Wolfram offers its users a decent amount of utility hacks, but again, I don't think any of them are made for or suited to the Anarchy environment. The default key for opening the GUI is set to the right control key. Now, I don't know if it is just me, but I personally have this key set to my sprint key, so this seems like a weird choice for opening the GUI. Anyways, the GUI itself looks good and is fairly customizable. There are a few settings to customize the client and there's some sort of HUD editor built into the GUI. Everything functions very weirdly though. None of the modules have settings except for Kill Aura. To open the Kill Aura settings, you have to open a completely new tab with the settings. Unlike other clients where you just right click the module to access its settings. This is a horrible design in my opinion. You can also open more settings by pressing escape and clicking on options, then selecting the Wolfram options. I actually do like that the X-ray is customizable, but other than that the client seems very outdated for 2021. If you're having issues with Wolfram, you will have to contact the devs either through their Twitter or email provided on the contact page. Other than that, there is no official Wolfram Discord server or any other means of getting in contact. It is worth mentioning that I sent an email to the provided address to see if the account is still active, and I have not yet received a response. In conclusion, none of the modules have any settings except for the Kill Aura module. The client also lacks all basic Crystal PvP modules like Crystal Aura, Offhand or Surround. With all of that being said, I find it hard to recommend this client to anyone. It was clearly made for minigame servers like Hypixel, but even then it is so outdated and there are many way better alternatives out there. The links to Wolfram are in the description, but I don't really think anyone should use this client. If anyone is running this client as a utility client for Anarchy servers, you really need to watch some of my other videos and choose a better alternative. I don't mean to be negative or hate on the client, but Wolfram is clearly outdated and not made for Anarchy servers. Thank you so much for watching to the end of my video. I really appreciate your time. Before you leave, remember to vote for next week's episode of C.C.O with the link in the description. Seeing as you are still here, I assume you enjoyed the video, so please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing. I have also recently made a KiLAB Gaming memberships area on my channel, so be sure to check out the benefits with the join button. Quick shout out to my members for all of their support. Without them, I would not be able to try new paid for clients. Anyways, it has been your boy KiLAB. Peace in the Middle East.